What up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. MG. Friday. Woo! November 15th, 2020. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house. We got the OGGM NFTs crew in the house today. Ovi, Mando. Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Doing well. How you guys doing?
Vibing. I'm glad you guys in Europe got to enjoy the bull market because we're now back in the bear market as soon as the burgers open happened today. But we're doing great. The bear market should last till tomorrow morning. Mando, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
This guy's so funny. You're such a meme. I swear to God.
Who? Me?
You. Like you're just such a meme. Like this is you. Hold on. This is Mando right now. Ovi, tell me if you agree or disagree. Hold on. Where's the meme that Sims posted the other day that I sent him? Here, let me show you. This is Mando right now. Hold on. Let me share my screen. This is Mando right now. You just remind me of this. I said this to Sims the other day, but you just remind me of this. This is so funny.
It has been one of those sort of weeks. To be fair though, the day before the election, it was like, oh god, I fucked this up, haven't I? Being like max risk long, and everything was puking. What a difference! What a difference since November 5th. 10 days,
dude.
Been a wild 10.
Been a wild 10 days, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Stay on the show today. Market report as usual. So crypto macro, all that good stuff. Tyler's not with us today, so we're not gonna go through Tyler's top 1,000, but I'm gonna try and replicate it. So we'll see what I got. This guy's like spitting topics like Eminem out there. Like I don't know if you saw him yesterday. He's like, NFTs, and then he goes through all of them. It's crazy. But we'll try and do that because I still have Mando's minutes in front of me and Tyler's minutes, so I'm good. We got all these topics. We got Ovi in the house. Let's talk about some OG coins and all that good stuff. And then just kidding, man. Let's see what Ovi's buying. Let's talk with Ovi.
I can't.
No, I'm just kidding about that one. Let's not go there. But let's see what Ovi's up to. Let's see what Ovi's buying. Let's see what Ovi's trading. Let's talk with the man what he's been up to. I know he's busy with Rect. And then Robit spin at the end of the show. As always, the punks are now 120,000 United States dollar floor. So if you want to punk now, you're gonna win 120 grand. And even the red guy is now flown. So like the minimum prize you can win on this show is now $2,500. Sparta Gremlin 6K, Melody 17K, Punk's 120 grand. So you want to make some money? Make sure you're retweeting the show, and we'll pick a lucky winner today to come up and spin the wheel. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. 1 second, I am looking for my ad read that I always put away like an idiot every morning. With seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables the development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized freedom and independence from centralized control. Galaxis XYZ on X. They'll be with us as one of our sponsors of our house, Basil. You know who else is going to be there? Ovi and Mando. You know what else is going to be there? Reg Drinks. Actually, Pudgy. I see Luca in the crowd. Pudgy.
I may not be there. You know that, right?
You're coming. There's no, you're the only person in the Papas that's not booked yet. So you're coming. You're celebrating. Yeah. You're coming. Okay, you're coming. Everyone's coming to Miami. It's going to be a vibe with Velar's partners. We have the dopest events. Lineup coming up, I think, on Monday. But let me tell you guys, we're cooking hard. We're cooking with hot fire. And with that, Mando. What do you got today?
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, GM, everyone. So yesterday wasn't actually that bullish for macro. If you want to talk about macro daddy, like we had a speech from Jerome Powell, which is slightly hawkish. You had bond yields go higher. Now there's only a 50% chance of a rate cut next month. You had stocks go lower. Just generally I think we spoke about it on the show earlier in the week, but the markets have basically been saying they've been calling Trump's bluff. So like Trump, one of Trump's major things this election was, I'm going to bring the cost of living down, right? The market is telling you that they think Trump is going to lead to inflation. Ever since he came into office, you've had a massive spike in bond yields, spike in the dollar, and comments from the Fed, not actually Jerome Powell, but some of the lower down people in the Fed, basically pointing to the idea that the tariffs that he's talking about could lead to inflation. This is kind of something that OSF was talking about much earlier in the year as well, like that Trump is potentially an inflation trade, and that's kind of what the market's saying. So they're having a little bit of a wobble on the back of that. Gold is going lower, a few other things. And Bitcoin actually had an outflow yesterday, one of its biggest outflows ever, actually. The Bitcoin ETF. So yeah, you had Bitcoin touch like 87K, which is like a little bit of a support. I think the major support levels will be lower in the 80s. Yeah, that's the third biggest outflow day ever.
I didn't realize it was that big of an outflow. Negative 400 million. I mean, it's nothing in retrospect, but
yeah. But an outflow nonetheless. and global and stocks took a little bit of a dive yesterday as well. So I think we're probably in for a little bit of I wouldn't say we're going to go lower, but the Trump stocks have reversed a third already of the Trump pump. So like after the election, stocks have definitely not continued to push on for gains. Crypto's held up much stronger. Obviously, Trump's policies are kind of bullish for crypto. If inflation comes back, I think that could even be also seen as bullish for crypto in some senses. So yeah, it's been one of those sort of periods. That being said, like this period of Bitcoin going sideways, it's just been a mirror of what we saw last time, right? Like since February, Bitcoin basically went to 65K and went sideways, let's say broadly, for 9 months. Bitcoin dominance went from 53% to 61%, and meme coins went up a lot higher. And since the election, that's what we've seen. Bitcoin dominance briefly dipped, but then it's gone back up to 61% and looks like it's just like unstoppable. And meme coins have been the only thing like running. The Solana meme coin market cap rose to 22 billion yesterday. That was at under 10 like just 2 weeks ago. So it feels like Bitcoin and meme coins are the things running. Everything else is not doing terribly. Like Solana, I'd still say is doing okay, obviously, but it's but a lot of other things are not running. It's just meme coins and Bitcoin. So we've had some big movers again in those meme coins. Like I do the Mania minutes every single day. The left curve corner is just, it's literally insane at the moment. Like 100 million is the new 10 million. Even like 200 million is the new 100 million, right? Like
I mean, 200 million is normal, yeah.
Coins are just running like, and if you don't catch them, it's kind of wild. Like just yesterday, if I'm reading through my minutes now, we had the Litecoin Leicester, which went to 110 million right now.
Bro,
you had
that's so crazy.
You had some random coin called Burt go to 160 million. Just done a 3x. Just I have no idea even what that is. You had Goat and Mog both went above $1 billion. MOODENG went to 600, like nearly 700 million now. Shoggoth, the AI meme, went to 160 million. God, Zero Bro looks like it's about to hit 200 million. Like
no,
shit is doing a 3x a day at the moment. It is wild out there. So tough to not be in the trenches. Tough to not be like
locked in.
Logged on at the moment. And stuff just moves. Like I got showed that Leicester meme at 20 million, and by the time I had the chance to look at it, it was at 60 or 70 million. And now it's 120. You know, it's just wild. So the pace of that stuff is moving is very, very quick. I think Obi put out a tweet earlier, which I completely agree with. It's like what we said last Friday. This weekend is going to be another wild weekend.
I think it's going to be the first. I don't know what you get. I was going to bring this up to you guys and ask you, like, do you think this is the first big retail weekend. I strongly believe so because this was the week that Pepe WIF got listed on Coinbase, and those were plain day on a fucking Wednesday. Like WIF started trading at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday, where everybody's busy. Like people have jobs, right? So
that's exactly what it is. Like the conversations that I'm having with people who are not in crypto, they're asking for like this, which I've even started to put out like again, which I used to do even during the NFT craze. Like what are the coins on my watch list, right? Like what are the things that I'm paying attention to? And people are asking for that, and they're saying, "Oh, I'll have a look at it this weekend." You know, like I'll buy it this weekend. Like there will be a ton of people that log on Saturday morning or Friday night and be like I've got a little bit of time now. What should I ape? And I think the runners are going to keep running. Like I really do. Like I think this is he's been around. This is easy season, right? This is
like hold on to your runners season, right? It's like don't sell them too fast, don't sell them too soon. If you have a run, kind of like even like for you, you've been in the MOODENG trade for a long time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you're like closing yet, right?
I think MOODENG could go like in this market. If Binance lists MOODENG for spot, brother, like that could go insane. And the same with GOAT, right? Like these things are just like that. They can just keep going. I don't see what is interesting to me is, and I guess again, kind of luckily picked up on about a few weeks ago, is that like the Murad trade is slightly petered out. There are certain coins on that list which were like really strong before it happened, like MOG, but like to a large extent, the runners are like newer coins. Like it feels like that was like a Murad season, so to speak. And then it's not that they've done terribly any of those coins. They definitely haven't been the leaders, right? Like since when did somebody say, hey, I really want to buy any of those coins? PopCat, because people thought it was going to get listed.
I think PopCat and MOG were not Murad coins. They're not Murad coins. They were coins beyond Murad. And that's why now you saw the gap between SPX and MOG are the best study of that. It's like they were tail. Then SPX was like really outperforming MOG. And now now MOG is nearly 2x of that. So I think it's telling.
So I'm not being complacent about it. Like I'm very, very cognizant. I'm not like, oh, I'll be in this trade forever. But so what I'm focused on though is volume and mind share. Like I literally look at that every single day.
Yeah.
So like what is high in volume and what is high in mind share? It feels as though some of the AI coins keep on coming up very high in mind share. Things like Zero Bro and Fartcoin have been high on mind share for a long time alongside GOAT. Then you have things like Lucy, that Catholic coin, which I know Obi's in as well.
Very blessed by God.
Luce.
Always high.
It's by the way, yeah, it's Luce.
Luce, whatever.
Thank you.
But I feel like that's the sort of thing that can keep running without. And then it's volume, right? The reason why I was in the MOODENG train, which I kept on saying, is just it did 3 billion of perp volume yesterday.
What?
MOODENG, if it gets listed on Binance Spot, I think honestly,
holy shit, it's doing more volume than Cardano.
Dude, it's like only that and Pepe. MOODENG is not even listed on Binance
Peanut
Spot.
still, and Peanut, but that's down a lot. Yeah.
I think MOODENG might end up doing like Pepe-like volumes. Not Pepe is just like different league. Like it's just insane.
No, I get it. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But those are the things that I'm paying attention to. And then just like new runners, like stuff that looks super undervalued. But generally, I think the cult stuff has not died away, but it's become replaced by volume stuff. Like a lot of the Pepe would not have been on a Murad list, for example, right? Either.
Oh, it wasn't actually, right?
But it never would have been. Like just the way it ran up, like because it had so many holders so quickly and all that sort of stuff.
All right, well, that's a good breakdown. There's a lot going on right now. I think it's gonna be interesting to see where we're at in like a week from now. But I definitely think like today could be a good chance to like pick up on some of the stuff. Rafflebot.xyz. The code today is Pepe. There you go. See, Mando, you told Sims off yesterday on the show. Well, Pepe, Pepe, Rafflebot.xyz.
Pepe deserves it, man.
It deserves the code. So
Pepe Bros deserve it.
shout out DGentai for making the website. rafflebot.xyz. Sign up, sign in, retweet the stuff, follow us, and win some fucking money. Ovi, I'm gonna go to you. I'm curious to see. So, what's Ovi buying? What do you think, Mando's? What do you think of what Mando's talked about your tweet happening this weekend? But first, I mean, we don't have you often. We gotta play the jingle.
Daily Market Report. Brought to you by Rug Radio. Joseph, what's the word?
So, what do you want to know?
I want to know everything. First of all, I want to know how you doing. Second of all, I want to know how's Rec doing and when. Anyways, and then no, but seriously,
Right.
so I mean, you've been like, so what is honestly like, so what's Ovi buying, right? Like we don't get you that often. So what have you been looking at the last, what is it, couple weeks since you've been on? I mean, you'd come doing the Rec stuff and we talk about it quickly, but what are you looking at these last few weeks, and what's your outlook on the next, let's say from now and rest of the year?
Yeah, I think we are about to see potentially like a really, really crazy meme season type thing. What this reminds me of is in 2021, you sort of had like that big NFT season, then everything like died in May, June, July, and then the August, like everything came back and just went crazy basically. And so I think we were about to see, and we are seeing right now, like the second wave, like Memecoin mania. Like it's just clear to me it's still going to be the casino of the cycle. So look, Bitcoin's at almost 90K. It seems to be stabilizing right now. You had a like $40 billion market cap move in Doge in the space of just like a few days. I think a lot of these Pepe has gone to like 10 plus billion. You have a week where Coinbase, which hasn't listed any meme coins, let alone like other coins for over a year, listed both Pepe and with Robinhood now listing. All these guys can now list because of the upcoming Trump presidency. So I think just the stars are aligned for like some big retail inflow finally into crypto, which was what we've been waiting for a long time, but hasn't really happened. And I'm just going by my like text messages. I'm just getting so many messages from everyone saying like, what should I buy? What should I buy? What should I buy? And I think this weekend, it's not the first weekend after the Trump win, but it's the second weekend. The weekend after we've had a big rally in Bitcoin, the weekend after you've had these big moves in Pepe and Robinhood and Coinbase, etc. So I think people, and also next week, the week after next week, you have Thanksgiving and you get into holiday season. So I think it's just perfect timing really for all this stuff to be kicking off. And I think I do really think meme coins can go crazy, and we're seeing it. You're just seeing stuff get listed on Binance and getting pushed probably by market makers or by whales and whatnot. You
The invisible hand of this market.
Peanut went to fucking $2.5 million market cap in the space of like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, just probably 2 weeks, right? It's insane. So I think we're going to keep seeing insane moves like this, and I think stuff's going to go a lot higher. So what am I long? I basically have two big positions right now that I'm willing to disclose. One of them is Mog, which I've been in for a long time, but I just think this is one that doesn't do a ton of volume, but has very tight supply. And we've seen this movie so many times, like Pepe moves. Mog is like, everyone's like, oh, Mog's not going to move. And then it's sort of like edges. And then one day it just fucking rips up like 50 to 100%. It was up 50% the other day, obviously. Yeah.
Classic Mog move.
We saw the same thing happen in like January as well. The whole thing can get squeezed because this is one of the reasons why it's in the Murad list, because it's quite tightly held by whales. So these guys never sell, which they never seem to do so.
And the ETH whales now. I
saw like DC Investor. Yeah, DC Investor, this Eric.eth guy. Like, these guys are new to me in Mog, but they're like proper ETH whales and OGs. So I don't know. It feels like that one is poised to reprice to like, I think that could be like a $1.5-2 billion coin. And right now it's at,
I've never seen DC Investor tweet coins. I followed him since I went to the industry.
Same.
This is my view. This is my view with the ETH meme coins. I think we even spoke about OSF. Like some of the ETH maxis, they don't want to buy Solana, but they will buy an ETH. They will buy an ETH meme coin. So like, if you're one of the leading ETH meme coins, I think you're. So even if ETH doesn't do well, like you can still do really well.
What I was telling Ovi, and I was talking to Ovi last night, and I was saying like these ETH whales are gonna want to make. Okay, I sound like Donald Trump. Make Ethereum cool again. And like, because right now it's just in the like to the institutions, Ethereum is amazing because it's for tokenization. We saw UBS, we saw Franklin Templeton. The news for Ethereum on the macro side could not be more positive. Like we only had negative $3 million of outflows yesterday, but it's been like hundreds every day. But like within the trenches, ETH is like this boomer chain that's like not cool at all, and like nobody wants to buy shit on. But dude, like Pepe is gonna be the leader of this cycle's memes, and is an Ethereum coin. And then all these like, I guess, boomer accounts like Eric who are eating shit all day long, like the Sasals of this world, the DCs of this world, etc., are going to start bull posting Mog here. Like, this is like a huge catalyst, I think.
I think so, yeah. So I think that's, I mean, it's obviously for me, it's a bit easier to pick that because,
of course, we're early with flags. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a position I've had for a long time. But I'm at this point in time, I'm pretty bullish on it. Second one I'm pretty bullish on is Luce, which I know we mentioned a couple of times. We mentioned it on Rec Radio, but I just think like this coin is in a league of its own. It's literally like it's the mascot of the Vatican. So you're gonna see like the Pope and stuff like with it. And weirdly, unlike most coins these days, it doesn't really have any PvP because I think it must have just launched under the radar. But normally when like there's a big thing that happens, you'll have like loads of different moodengs or loads of different Neros and Pochita, whatever it is, right? Like,
this guy is shameless.
And the most important one, obviously, is always the first one. But the point I'm trying to make with this one is there isn't any PvP. This is just the only coin because I think it was just sort of like under the radar a little bit for.
There's no OG Luce. No OG Luce.
There's only one. There's only one Luce.
And there's only but on a serious note, though, I told Ovi on this with size. It must be one of my biggest positions too, by the way, at this stage. And I believe it. I mean, it's protected by God. I mean, I literally believe in God now. Like this is wild.
It's also it's in a category of its own. Like there isn't any other coin that is like a God coin. I don't know what you want to call it. God coin. Like
the other day, I was explaining
it's like the actual Pope. It's like the actual Vatican. It's not just like a made up religion. It's like the actual.
I was explaining to Vanessa why I bought Luce, and she didn't believe it. She's like, "What? Like the Vatican has a mascot?" So that
also, it's a milady. Like
it's literally a milady.
It's literally a milady. I'm sorry, but like, there's something. If you believe in conspiracy theories and weird shit like I do, then you can't not buy this because there's obviously something there that is just.
Dude, I mean, look at this thing. It's got fucking. It has got like blood on its fucking feet or some shit. I don't know, dude. Like I don't know. I'm just hoping Luce pulls a moodeng at this stage because I'm hoping.
The only thing for me that this kept, because I got out of this coin before the election. I was like, we were both in it, OSF. We both went out, and then you got into it after that Rec Radio, and I got into it after the election. But when it was like 100 that day. Right, when it was like 130, 140.
That's where I'm at. 135 to 150 was my DCA.
But it just feels as though the mindshare, that's the thing. Like, if you are not looking at the Kaito mindshare thing every single day.
I have a call with them Wednesday to set up.
You are missing, like, you don't have to actually buy the actual subscription. Just type it into Twitter. Like,
there's always someone posting it.
Yeah, someone's bag is always on there. So, like, just be paying attention. It is so useful. It is so useful this cycle. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is volume. Like Luce's volume has been insane. And the other thing I don't even know. I've asked you this a few times, Obi. Like, there's no whale chat. Like, I can't
find. There's no like Twitter. The Twitter is like suspended, and I can't find anyone else. The only people I know in this corner is like you guys.
I know BBA is in it. I asked him the other day, I was like, what's going on in Luce? And he goes, I have no idea. God is buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, literally, like, every time, look, like yesterday, because I have a significant bag in it, so obviously I'm like watching the charts. You guys know me. And like the other day, like when it dumped, like it was 2 days ago or yesterday, it dumped to like 175 mil. All of a sudden, a miracle happened. A $60 million candle on the 15 minutes. Like, this is like, and I was like, okay, well then, I guess I may as well hold it. Like, think about it. Sundays are big pump days. Sundays is God day.
Where is the mindshare meter? It's actually from it's Kaito, Kaito.
Kaito. Yeah, we talk about it on the show every day here. It's this account. I have a demo on Wednesday morning. I'm going to try and see if we can do something with the show with them so that we can have better access to that data.
Yeah, but if you just type it in Kaito, if you just type in mindshare, just type in mindshare into your search bar in X.
Let me see.
People will be posting on top of it every single day. It's been super useful. The other thing I think I should speak about, which is I think is going to come back really strong as Goat keeps going higher, is these AI coins, man. Like, I think there's
This is
enough.
interesting.
Yeah,
Look at this.
yeah. Just
Memecoin mindshare usually peaks around this level. Interesting.
it's not going to peak around this level.
Well, there you go. That's the interesting thing. Like, let's see if it breaks
Yeah.
that level, right? Like, but that's an interesting, like, it was posted this morning, an hour ago.
The other thing is
Yeah.
these AI coins, right?
Let me
Like,
check it out.
so the leaders there, obviously,
Shog
Goat
it.
seems to be the
Yeah.
biggest. We spoke about Act. Personally, I don't think Act is an AI, like proper AI. Like, no, it's not like an AI coin like the other ones. As far as I've heard, that was a Justin Sun special. That one.
His Highness,
Yeah,
His
that
Excellency.
apparently that was the cabal behind that one. But Farcoin is another coin promoted by the
Goat.
Truth Terminal.
Yeah, Truth Terminal.
AI 16Z is the investing bot,
Yeah, the DAO.
right? Yeah, which, to be fair, like, if you want to like boomer value this one, you value at its bags, of which it's nowhere near 250 million. But the guy behind it seems very, very motivated to do a ton of different things with it. So that seems to be running. Zero Bro is like it's trained on like the rappers.
It's the shit posting AI.
Yeah, it's Zero Bro is like the ship is very similar to Go in some of the content it puts out, but they've been doing a lot of cool stuff. I was bullish on this up until we did an NFT, and I was less bullish after that. But I think people just want to buy shit, and the NFT is also soared. So like maybe I'll get back into that one. Shogoff is like the OG AI meme.
Yeah.
Like this is, I would say this isn't attached to any AI agent, but this is far more of a meme than.
I mean,
Act,
it's like the
for
Doge.
example.
I don't want to compare, but it's like, you know how Doge was like an old OG meme in internet culture? Shogit is that to the AI kind of community. It's like the OG AI community meme, right? Like it's like their thing. It's like their Doge in a way. So I have zero exposure to anything AI, personally speaking. But
Shoggoth because Shoggoth is a bit more like that, I think Shoggoth could actually go.
If I had to
much
choose, like if you told me right now, like I have to top blast and pray, I would pick Shoggoth and Fartcoin. For the reason that Fartcoin, fart token, no, like ass coin or titties coin last cycle. And then or like cum rocket. Remember that last cycle? Like right? Like cummies, like all these things, like that's how it works. And then and also the fact that it's tied to Truth Terminal, so it's always gonna be de facto Go beta. And I feel like beta season's back. And then Shoggoth, I mean, not only like you got the whole LA vape cabal behind it, but also like the whole like lore of like Wennermute, like how like Muzzy, like Jingtao fucked him up.
Is Jingtao even still in there?
Like, he sold it and then it ran, but like he saved it. Like he saved Shoggoth and then sold it at the super bottom. Like couldn't be more bottom than that. And then it pumped. It's got crazy lore behind it.
So that one could run. Then all the virtuals thing as well. Like virtuals just hit an all-time high.
Are they still going?
600 million.
You buy any AI, OV? You've been the AI trade a bit?
Not the protocol coin.
I know the coins themselves. So I'm trying to go to virtuals.com, right? AIO to see them. There you go.
But not Luna. The actual like if you type in virtual.
What do you mean?
Right. So now there's a coin which is of the protocol, which is what the one I said.
Yes.
I think is a. Yeah.
This?
Yeah, but it's. Right, yeah, that one did like a top blast 2x yesterday.
The base coins are going crazy right now, by the way.
Right. Well, this is like prime example of something that could keep going, which I think is very interesting. There's that one. Then there's like a couple of like smaller ones. Who's that? Who's the KOL that's like good for this shit again?
What shit?
He's got like a weird profile picture, like of a man. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
For what type of shit?
AI coins. He's like an AI.
Oh yeah. He's like the AI Murad.
He's the AI Murad guy.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
the AI
I
Murad.
know
Yeah.
who that is.
He's like an old school painting, Renaissance painting PFP.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
who you
that
mean.
guy.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Him.e.
Him.eth. Yes. Timothy.
He's look. I would follow this guy. Like he's kind of annoying, but he also he also posts some good stuff.
I can't find his
and
account. What's his username?
Him Gajria. Him Gajria.
Him Gajira. Yeah.
He's got a bunch of like smaller cap stuff and like a big list of them. I follow this guy a lot.
You should get him on the show.
I bought some Fartcoin off the back of it. As in, like, he's definitely all in on these and thinks everything else is terrible, but which can be sometimes tough to he's definitely all in on his bags, put it that way.
Of course he is.
But he's got it right this whole time, right? So he wrote yesterday. So Dolos Diary is the bully. Sense, this Center CO is the coin that was built on top of AI16Z. OX0 Bro. There's Memes AI, which has been another one which posts like memes. It's that one's I think is okay. I think the issue about some of these bots is like they are all goat beaters in my opinion. Whereas I feel like Shoggoth is not a goat beater. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like,
I genuinely think
Shoggoth
Shoggoth is the better meme, like actual AI meme. I think I'd have to pick Shoggoth if I had to really go really big in one. So this is GOAT chart.
I was in Shoggoth for a while.
You were, right? Yeah.
I
What do you
bought it like 20 mil, and then I sold it yesterday.
So what do you think? Like, what do you think of all this? If you had to pick, so we have this list, right?
I like Shoggoth because Shoggoth is really like a, if you know, AI kind of like, if a bunch of AI guys are in a room, like
like you can buy Shoggoth and start writing philosophical
like
theories. Yeah, you can start writing essays on like philosophy if you buy Shoggoth. Like you're allowed to do that. Yeah,
feels like a proper like AI boys club one. But
what are you saying? This guy's completely lost it. I love that. You're like fully left curve these days. That's insane. That's so funny.
Yeah, I prefer that because it sort of has the reason why it has value is something that's just like it can't really be like knocked off. It's like the first actual AI meme. It's not based on like, oh, this thing it does is pretty cool. Look at this thing that it does. Just like it's just Shoggoth. So
there's no utility basically.
No utility.
Yeah. But I think
there's no utility, but the meme is there's no utility, but the meme is not just like a flash in the pan meme. It has like some real like rooted meaning that can't be dethroned, if that makes sense. Just like how the Doge meme can't be dethroned. So I don't own any right now. I think if it dropped back, I don't know about it at these levels. Like maybe it could go to 300, 400, but there's lots of coins that can, have these types of returns now. So you have to pick which ones you think are the best. But I think if it dropped back towards like 60, 70, 80, I think I would buy some.
Yeah. I think that's the thing with these AI memes. It's like some people are in the camp of these sentient memes are going to start taking over, right? Like, and they can start challenging all the other ones. So that's what that like the him.eth guy is very much like sentient memes are about to dominate all memes. And then you have people who are like half in that camp. People like Frank is obviously big in this, and then even Anton was tweeting about this yesterday, saying he thinks multiple of these coins go to like billions.
$10 billion. He said multiple $10 billion coins.
Right. So there's something to be said there. Like, don't fade this. In bull cycles, do not fade narratives like this. Like, whatever you're doing, just switch it off, because when people start saying this in a bull, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Like, enough people are saying that it could happen. So be aware of it. But I think there is a question there about whether it's just like, oh, it just peters out, and maybe like the first one, like Goat, probably continues, and Shoggoth could continue as like AI becomes bigger, or if it's like Zero Bro goes to $1 billion plus, you know. And I still don't know. I really don't know.
I'm gonna look out for chocolate dips. I've been looking at Zero Bro, but I think I should have looked at that one. And Farcoin makes a lot of sense to me just for that mass appeal.
Yeah.
Like the best thing you could buy if you miss Goat right now is probably Farcoin because it's a truth terminal adjacent coin. And if Goat goes to 5 billion, Farcoin is for sure $500 million coin.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
You guys team Act or team Goat?
I'm team whatever my boys' bags are in.
Is there an OG? Is there an OG Goat?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm team neither. Honestly, I don't know. What do you? I mean, we all know where like Mando's bags lie. What do you team?
Act is not a meme coin. It's not an AI coin. It's just we spoke about it yesterday. Like
Beautiful coin.
I don't know anyone who bought it. Justin Sun and the lads decided that they were gonna corner it when it was worth $50 million, and then they've just ran that one up.
Someone did actually mention Act to me a few weeks ago when it was at like 20, but I just I don't know, just didn't
well, the dev sold. The dev,
right? The dev,
not the dev. Like, it's a strange coin. It's definitely a strange coin. That one.
All right.
Peanut is very different than that. Like,
I
Peanut,
think. So I don't have any Peanut. You guys know my fumble story here on the show if you're listening last week. But well, first of all, rafflebot.xyz. The code is Pepe. Rafflebot.xyz. Rafflebot.xyz. Get involved. We're gonna do the giveaway in like 5-10 minutes. But am I crazy to think this is gonna have another leg up to like $5 billion? Peanut has a shot, man. Like seriously, I don't know the cabal that was behind Peanut as well, or if there was one. Like I don't know who's the team, but at the same time, like it's Binance. Like like they do their thing.
So maybe like I think Peanut could keep going, but I also think MOODENG could catch Peanut.
Which one?
MOODENG. Oh, you're so retarded. Well. Anyways, sorry guys. Ovi's just aping every single MOODENG derivative, so we're making fun of him. So this is so funny. It's so funny. This is such a typical classic old school show. Okay, so there's that. Sorry y'all, we didn't go through the big news of the day. I don't know if there was any like really top news besides like Dogwave Hack getting hacked yesterday and showing that Onsem is on the account. Did you guys see that?
No.
So Dogwave Hack was hacked, and they were posting Drainer, another meme, and then they showed that Onsem was one of the admins on the account.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah,
I think that's bullish for what it's worth. But
what happened was I don't think it was originally ran by Ansem. It was ran by someone else, and because it stopped posting, it just did like a CTO thing to have someone manage it basically. But
it's just different account managers. But anyways, it's on Coinbase now, so I think it's with God's hands. We'll see. I've packed my like Coinbase news cycle bags that I'm holding for Christmas.
Some interesting story that I saw yesterday is Satoshi now worth more than $100 billion. Yeah. So could Satoshi become the most number one wealthiest person, I would say, in the world ever?
Wait, Frankie's worth $100 billion?
So that's gonna be hilarious if that actually happens. Like if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, there's a good chance that this guy becomes the richest man on earth.
Yeah.
If he's still alive, obviously.
I mean, Michael Saylor also.
He won't.
Yeah, how much is Saylor worth?
Saylor net worth.
Saylor says,
he's far. $8 billion. Oh wait, he's so poor. Imagine thinking $8 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Trump was saying zero tax for crypto. You had
hold on a minute. So that whole story. Do you know that story of that, right? The Trump 0% tax. It was invented by Base Carbon.
Oh, really?
So when the election stuff happened, Base Carbon invented this rumor. It didn't get community noted, so they've been running with it. Then news started picking up on it. Like the whole meme is that I'm like almost sure of that, and he keeps tweeting about it. He's like laughing about it today because I saw him invent this rumor, and it never got picked up. That look, he said it's news now and it's breaking. GM, like he invented this thing. It's not true.
This is amazing.
But like it may become like you know how it is. Like you speak a thing and then it becomes a reality if it gets big enough. Like
Yeah.
literally, I'm like 99% sure of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gone mainstream. That's definitely gone mainstream.
That's so funny.
Pennsylvania introduced a Bitcoin bill, so it
Yeah.
feels like the US is going on. Interestingly, what I said a few days ago, Mike Novogratz went on, I think CNBC a couple of days ago, and says he doesn't think that the Bitcoin reserve bill would pass. So, and I think they're close to a lot of Washington. I think that bill will be very difficult to pass, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just what part of does the bill include making it reserve, or is it also the buy program, or like can it be modified and that kind of stuff? Like,
I think just in the idea that Bitcoin becomes a reserve currency of the US would not pass. I don't know if like a much watered down version would pass, but I do think US legislation will come for crypto. But I think the Bitcoin bill might be a little bit too far. And then the other big headline was that Gensler may leave, right? Like a lot of rumors.
Dude, so yesterday I tweeted that he was out.
States.
I tweeted that he was out and it went viral. Like I had 1,000 likes in 10 minutes. I had to delete the post and rephrase because I didn't want like, you know what I mean? I was like, no, he's not out. He's on his way out, but he's pretty much out, right? Like Gensler is like pretty much on his way out of the show, of the industry. Like he pretty much, that was a resignation letter, right? Like, let's be honest. Like that was.
Look, it feels as though his days are. What did Ovi put on?
He's putting a serious sweater on. Harold loves that one. Let me take a screenshot for Harold.
Is it cold there? It's got the summer glow.
So it's a bit. I have the aircon blowing in.
Do you have aircon in the UK?
No,
in Europe?
I'm in Turkey right now.
I didn't know that.
Freezing in Turkey.
I mean, it's hot out, so I could get why you have the aircon on. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too hot this time of year, it seems like, but just this room is quite warm, so I have the aircon on. That's why I just put this hoodie on.
Okay, you know what's funny?
Istanbul gets freezing in December. You know this, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. But you know what? You want to laugh about something?
I won't be here in December though. So, what were you saying?
My mom lady suggested that I move to Turkey. 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could go to Bhutan for a little bit. Anyways, on that note, so that's that. The other big stuff overnight, honestly, was a Punks. Like Punks moving 15% up overnight was insane. Like that is a big move on the collection this big. So Punks are now 38 ETH. That's crazy when you think about it. They were just like selling $60,000 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I think ETH went up, but then they've gone up about 30% in price and then 30% in ETH, right?
Yeah, so it's pretty big. So there's that. That was a big move, and then you'd have to assume that on the NFT front, like shit's gonna fly if with Punks flying. Like you gotta think that Pudgies, Apes, even you guys, like on the Rex side. I mean, Doodles had a pump because of McDonald's collab. Milady's got a big bid.
Where are Rec guys now?
Red guys are like
0.6 or something.
Right? I think it's 0.6. I check every day because I do the loot box spins. That is to this date the most undervalued NFT on Ethereum. So there's that.
Right.
So there's that. So look at this. Like Pudgies are back above 10 ETH. Yeah, Board to 12 ETH. Dude, this is gonna Chromies were swept. They were signed for 2 ETH. So Squiggles were swept. Like and it's Marfa right now, so you have that happening at the same time. So there's a lot of fucking stuff cooking. So looks like we're in for a big weekend, boys. Looks like we're in for a big weekend, and it's gonna be extremely exciting. Anyways, all right. Well, Sims, let's do this giveaway. Let's pick some people. In the meantime, Ovi, Mendo, do you guys think higher or lower by Monday?
I think what will be high? It's kind of weird now because Bitcoin is its own thing, Memecoins are their own thing, alts their own thing, and ETH's down only. So
ETH fucking sucks, bro. Like I got out of those. Like I was like, I'm done. Like I spoke about it so much that people start thinking that I'm a .ETH and really pissed me off. Because the last thing I want is to be branded as a .ETH on the timeline.
Yeah, I agree with Ovi here. Like I feel as though I think meme coins are going to go crazy again.
You kind of want Bitcoin to just stay here. Like if it's within an 85 to 88 range, that's a really good environment for meme coins. If it like starts ripping to like 100K and it's not settled, then I think meme coins find it hard to rally because people just feel frozen. So
I agree. I mean, I literally have homies coming over tonight, and I know that they're gonna ask me about meme coins. That's for sure. Because it's too late to buy Solana. It's too late to buy this or that. But anyways, you know how it is. It's not too late for what it's worth, but that's how they feel about it. So we'll see. We will see what happens. All right. So let's see, Sims. Let's see who wins. All right. Wait, we have a freeze on it now. Hold on. This can't win. Sorry,
yeah, we've already marked this one down. This is the first time it's come in, but we've been checking and we've kept a sheet, so we have to re-roll.
So Chopkins won a punk like 2 weeks ago.
Let me just make sure that the dates. Shit. I do have the dates in the back.
Chopkins won a punk 2 weeks ago, and so we announced that there's a 4-week freeze now when you win.
Oh, really?
We have to honor that. Yeah.
Okay.
Love you, Chopkins. Fuck. Love you, Chopkins.
It's okay. We've been managing it anyway, so we understand what it is. Let me just check with Ty.
I mean, just run it again. Just check with Ty after. It's okay. Just run it again.
Yep, we'll go with it.
We have to honor that. Sorry, Chop. Love you, though. But, also Chop won twice. All right, run it back. Hey! Sugar Pony. Is that Sugar Pony or Sugar Pony? I don't know. Sugar Pony. Sugar Pony. Look at his pinned tweet. Sugar Pony, congratulations. Come on the space. Come on the Twitter space. It's crazy that Chopkins managed to pull 3 times. That's crazy. Sorry, brother, but we got to stick to the rules. Sugar Pony. Oh, there he is. There he is. I have a feeling this guy's going to be a lad. Let's see.
This guy won before? No.
I don't think so. Not Sugar Pony.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if this did, the freeze is now 4 weeks. So, what up, Sugar Pony?
What up? Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's go. Let's win the punk.
This guy's like so hyped up. He's his pinned tweet. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god, that is hilarious. All right, Sugar Beauty, let's win some money here. Let's win some money here. All right, let's spin. Oh, that's a nice guy. Let's go. Congratulations. Wow, this is sick. That was one of the better ones that I picked this morning. Congratulations, Sugar Pony. You are Red Guy worth $2,750. Congratulations. So another $2,700 given away to the show. I actually picked this. This one's really clean, Obi. Picked this one personally.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a very 66992. Nice little ID on that. So congratulations on that win. So we've given away 4 Red Guys. We gave away $10,000 this week. And us pro, 3 Red Guys. So we given away 20 grand this week. So like $20,000 a week here on FOMO Hour. We'll see you on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.